question comes from the review sheet for Review3 for integral calculus, and this is question number 11A under volumes. So this question says the area R is bounded by the x-axis, and the equation f of x equals 1 over x plus x squared. So here's my equation. The area that we're looking for is this area in here, and the function looks like this. So it has an asymptote at 0, and it kind of looks like this. And we're looking for the area from 1 to 2, and we're going to rotate this area around the x-axis. So when we do this, we want to generate these circles. So we're going to generate circular discs. So the area of each of these discs, so the area of each disc is going to be pi r squared. So the volume then is going to be the integral of pi r squared. We're going to give it thickness of dx, and we're going to have bounds from 1 to 2 along the x-axis. So the r value is going to be the distance from the x-axis to that line. So that means that the height of that line, or the y value, represents the radius of that circle. So we end up with pi times the integral from 1 to 2 of r squared. So r, I'm just going to replace that with r. R is that height of the line, which we're going to replace with 1 over x plus x squared. And then we're going to square that and multiply that by dx. So there's our integral. To work out the value of that, the volume of that, we need to work out this integral. And so we're going to expand this out to make it a little bit easier to integrate. So I end up with 1 over x squared. X squared times x is x, and then we have 2 of those, so we end up with 2x. And x squared squared is x to the power 4, and then we're going to multiply that by the thickness dx. So working this out, we're going to plug in the values, so we're going to end up with 1 over 2 squared, or 4. Oops, sorry, we need to integrate this first. So we're going to integrate this first, and so we end up with negative 1 over x, the antiderivative of 1 over x squared. The antiderivative of 2x will be x squared. The antiderivative of x to the power 4 is going to be x to the power 5, and we're going to divide that by 5. And then our bounds of integration are from 1 to 2. Now at this point, we're going to substitute in to get our volume, so we end up with pi times negative 1/2 plus 4 plus 5 to 2 to the power 5 is 32 over 5. And then we're going to subtract when we substitute in 1, so we're going to end up with negative 1. X squared is plus 1 plus 1 over 5. Okay, so there's our value. We can start simplifying this out, so we can just cancel out these 0 pairs and add this all together. So when we add this all together, we end up with volume is equal to pi, and that works out to be 97 over 10. So there's our volume, and that's going to be in units cubed.